I'm saying that was
here.
their predetermined target. Like,
Oh,
I don't
that's
think
what
Super.
happened. This
I
is
don't
the reason
think
why they
Super
focused Super.
plays well when he gets W'd on, like, at all. He's like,
Yeah. And well, actually, it's mainly this thing right here. Do you see it?
no.
It's Discord. Super got discorded very early into the fight. Because Super got discorded very early into the fight because he wanted to fire strike. Super now is now going to get punished for getting discorded, and now he's just going to get focused by the Titans so early in the fight before the Shock can even consider it a good position. Plus, Rascal kind of ends up getting bubbled. I think Sinatra meant to actually bubble Super here, so it's like a mis-execution from Sinatra here. That's why Super thought it was okay to fire strike.
Now that you said that, I bet if we go back, I bet that's their. I'm not saying to, but like I bet that's what they do every fight. Is their game plan is trying to get the Discord on Super, and that's like the go sign for Bumper.
Yeah, that's a go sign for every one of them, not just Bumper.
Well, I get that, but I'm saying I think they play for that. Like they're all just trying to like trigger the other Rhine to do something so that he puts that shield down.
Yeah, that's like one win condition. And so and so Super gets discorded here, Sinatra bubbles Rascal by accident, and whatchamacallit. Now the team just focus Super just because. And I say just because Super is discorded. Super is still like by his team now. Look at this. Super is still by his team. He's still getting support, okay? Super's still
he's gonna have a panic
but
attack.
He's still discorded. And what the Vancouver Titans are trying to do is they're like, oh boy, Super discorded, must focus. And then the Titans are just like, get Reinhardt. Even though Reinhardt is completely supported by his team, they're just like, no, kill Reinhardt. And they just isolate Reinhardt completely from the team by booping him forward, whereas the Shock tried to back up. And then they kill Reinhardt, and then they get more picks. That's pretty much how Vancouver Titans ended up winning this fight. Is Vancouver Titan is that Twilight got himself an early discord onto the Reinhardt, and the Vancouver Titans just slowly pushed forward from it, and eventually punished Super for like getting discorded. Like that's how they punished Super for getting discorded. That's how good it was. And now the Titans are just basically trying to get more ultimate and more ult charge and shit. So now Vancouver Titans are quite up in terms of ult economy. However, San Francisco Shock will have the time to catch up. So, Vancouver Titans go for a, what is it called again? Vancouver Titans go for a top hold, a high ground hold, where they'll just this high ground hold from Vancouver Titans is going to be mainly used to scout for information. So that way, San Francisco Shock try to do any sort of like split rotation where they split one teammate off to go and flank, and have like maybe have like 4 or 5 others go the other way. The Vancouver Titans will know about that, and so now the Shock can't pull any type of deceptive tactics against the Titans. Right now we're still in the first phase of the fight. So pretty much now, so right now, Vancouver Titans have controlled the point. Now what San Francisco Shock want to do is they just want to play aggressive. Whatchamacallit. Immediately, Super gets a little too aggro here, takes too much damage, and the Titans immediately try to focus Super off of Super having half HP, and then Violet is immediately forced to trans reactively to that. And so they just kind of bait out trans, and then just kind of wait out the trans for a bit. And then what happens here is that Sominsu goes for a grab here. And now they even forced out sound barrier from the Shock, but then the Vancouver Titans still want to play super aggressively, and decide and like, what the fuck kind of play is this from the Titans? Let me watch this again. First off, Sominsu grabs the Shock, but then Slime tries to counter barrier. Okay, there's definitely miscoordination between these two. Because Sominsu was going to counter or try to bait out barrier, but then Slime was like, oh hey, I can use my barrier as a initiation because now Violet
he was probably like forcing barrier, and he was like, oh, you need barrier?
And then Sominsu was like, oh shit, we're barrying? And then Slime was like, oh wait, we're grabbing? And then Jay John was like,
Jen is like, we're grabbing.
Oh, we're grabbing. Throws out mech, and then Super shatters, and then Super just shatters the mech, so that way the mech doesn't do shit. Did you know you can shatter mech so that way it doesn't go forward into your team? It's actually worth it sometimes.
It would, yeah, I mean,
And
yeah.
then, and so pretty much now, so now the Vancouver Titans have blundered this ultimate, and this ultimate, all for this ultimate. Literally. And maybe this ultimate too. Like, yeah. That's their connection. It's between both the Reinhardt and the D.Va. So now, the only thing Vancouver Titans has to play with advantage is this. So let's see how this plays out. Vancouver Titans still have the advantage, they just don't have a big, huge, solid advantage. Bumper gets very low. Oh dear. Super gets focused down. And Mothis gets very low. They get a pick onto Super, and then San Francisco Shock tries to back out. But then the Titans just keep pushing the San Francisco Shock back while the San Francisco Shock is trying to retreat. And then they just win point. It's just no question here. So yeah, even professional teams at like this level, like check this out. This is top tier competitive Overwatch here, people. This is literally the top of the league, the top of the fucking apex tip. And even teams at this level will have blundered and made.
I see what you did there, Apex.
Yes, a reference to old Apex OGN in the day. I missed that.
Rip.
I missed that segment. F for them. Now it's called Contenders Korea.
Yes.
And Vancouver Titans win this round because they played better than the Shock. Just a heads up lesson for you guys. You could basically be the better player. However, you could be like the better player in general on paper. However, if you don't play better than the other team and you keep losing fights, the other team's gonna win. Very forehead, but this is the importance of why you need to get good, because this is the reason why players need to get good. It's so that way they have more ways they can win, less ways they can lose, and more fights they can win, less fights they lose, and win more games and lose less games. This is basically the essence of how people climb and how people drop.
Fuck with it.
So, now that I have gone through an extremely long fucking review of this Titans VOD, we are not going to continue with this VOD, but now we are going to head on to a Rose League match. Yay, something a little bit more local to us. And oh boy, have I wanted to review this Route 66 match from fucking Rose League. Oh hey look, they're streaming the game right now. We could watch it, but...
I mean, do we just...
Oh boy.
We're not watching it.
Oh.
We're watching the Masters Division. And we're gonna make fun, and together as a gold team, together as a gold plebe team, we're gonna make fun of this Masters Division for playing horribly. Let me just get to the log real quick.
You say we as in like 3 people?
Yes. We as
Oh,
many
okay.
people.
Krebs here, but he's definitely probably muted and just playing comp.
Yeah, he's
What do you mean?
called out.
Oh my
Wait, what happened? What happened?
Bro, you just got called out.
I heard his mic just turn on.
Yeah, I know, right?
You just hear doo-doo. What?
Excuse me. So fucking true. Okay, does the Rose League delete their old matches? Because I want to watch their old matches, but I don't see any of their old matches.
I think they just randomly delete, right? That's all they
That
do
is
on
fucking
Twitch.
stupid. Does Rose
They're on
League
me
have
on
a...
Twitch.
I'm just gonna search up real quick. Does Rose League have some sort of Rose League? Hey, look, they do. What do we have? That's it.
Jeez.
That's it.
Last season.
This is trash.
You need to talk to somebody.
Fucking hell.
Uh,
You know what? Now we're just gonna instead of reviewing the master players and making fun of them, we're just gonna review our matches, make fun of the other team, and make fun of those people, and then we'll go on to the Hanamura one, and then that's where we start reviewing you guys.
sounds good.
Yes. Should I start out with Hanamura or should I start out with Nepal? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch the tiger by the toe. Which one shall I do for this? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
You, coach, you decide.
We are going to do Nepal, people. So, this is not Embers versus... Why the fuck am I watching this? What is this?
Is it the wrong game?
This is the complete wrong game.
Is
How
it a
the
different team or is he just like quick play or something?
You know what? I'm gonna go to my videos. Fuck this Rose League videos. I'm just
Fuck
gonna go.
this shit.
I'm using my own videos.
I think they forgot to rename it when they did the other one.
Oh yeah, because listen, it said yesterday and we played 2 days ago.
Yeah. Oh, it should be there, right? Like right next to it.
Nah, you're already there now. You do you. And I think Wichita State played after us, and it said that was uploaded 5 hours ago or something.
Where the fuck is the goddamn... Well, okay, we were playing Nepal, right? Yeah, we were playing Nepal. I can't find the video.
Oh god, sort by date. What the hell are you doing?
What was the date of our match? I forgot the date of our match.
Is she on right?
It's definitely the 25th. Yeah, that's it right there.
25th, you sure? No, it's not the 25th. Maybe it's the 26th. Or maybe...
Tuesday? I thought it was Monday.
It is! No, yeah, this is it. This is our match against Embers Academy. So, this is the reason why I couldn't find our Nepal match. It's because this is the thumbnail. This shit is a thumbnail. I didn't even know. Damn. Okay, now we can finally make fun of. Now we can finally make fun of Embers Academy people. Are you ready? Are you ready to laugh with me, Nightmare? Even though you're the young guy. Let's laugh together in happiness of how shit we are and how good we are. Okay,
Alright, hold on. Let's take 20 seconds. I gotta pee real quick.
I'll give you 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
Yeah, I'll just let this video play out if I like it. Oh, I hate hearing myself. No, okay. Boring.
Oh yeah, he said he got banned for toxicity.
That's weird. I can't fucking speak because I'm fucking bronze.
Bronze keyboard typing.
I'm a fucking bronze typer. So we're just gonna wait for Nightmare.
Yep.
So, Embers decides to open with, do I even have my pen? I forgot to, oh my god, my pen's like right over here. No! Come back here. No, it hides it! Damn it! I wanted to. Okay, this is good enough. I think I can make it with this. So, Blue decides to open with Death Through Ball. I don't like this color. We're gonna use blue. Death Ball. And they have an Ashe and a Genji. Whenever playing against a composition like this, the two main people that you're gonna immediately when playing against a composition, first thing you should always look for once you know the entire composition is what their ult combos are. Actually, we'll just wait. Yeah.
You're good. You're good.
Oh,
Run it.
You're here, Nightmare. Okay.
Run it. I didn't want to interrupt. Go.
Alright, let's do this, my dude. So, whenever going against a composition, after you completely scout everyone on this composition, what you want to do is that after scouting, you immediately want to know what their ult combos are. So, we have Nano Blade, obviously. Then you have, you also have Nano Grav. You also have, one Sound Barrier defense. It's a Volt.
Yeah,
and
Bob.
Yeah.
So Bob goes with everything.
Yes.
You can nano Bob. You can fucking grab Bob.
Whenever running a composition on your side, always ask yourself, what ult combos do you have? Whenever you're planning to create a composition, you need to ask yourself, what kind of ult combo do I want to have? You have Tire, you have Bomb, you have Grab. So what do you want to combo with Grab? Oh, you even have Nano too, so you can just basically, so immediately you can go off of this combo right over here, because these two ultimates are kind of better off done individually, because Krev can, because we all know that Krev is like fucking great at sticking people with his pulse bomb. That he doesn't even need a grab to kill people. Plus, pulse bomb only does 300 damage, and like 1/3 of the people are tanks. And so if you grab like only 2 tanks, then pulse bomb is kind of useless at that point. Plus, and Tire isn't, and plus, people in gold are very bad at shooting Tire. So you could just shoot. So you could just like basically fucking use Tire as an individual ult. Or like this is
For us, sometimes the grab bomb makes sense.
Yeah, the
Because
grab bomb.
it's not like there's not going to be any follow. You know what I mean?
Here's a cool thing. I'm going to show you how you guys can start getting the same amount of value with your ultimates without using as much resources. Dash, this is what you can do. If you guys only want to use speed, if you guys only want to use Tire this fight, and only Tire, what you guys would do is you would push super aggressive into the enemy team at the same time that Dash would push aggressive. Because what you want to do is you want to grab as much attention from the enemy as possible and pressure the enemy and force the enemy to look at the Reinhardt, the Zarya, and the Tracer as much as possible. And while Dash's Tire is coming in, then while everybody's paying attention to everybody else, Dash's Tire comes in and just like fucking 2Ks people, and then you guys just follow up and just like win the fight after that.
Okay.
That's like how powerful that's how powerful that play is.
Okay. So, do you have any Junkrat drills like for me or anything?
Not yet.
Okay, then I'm gonna leave.
Keep your ass in here.
Dude,
Okay.
You should learn.
I'm going to kick your ass.
So
You better
another thing we
sit
could
there.
learn about. So another thing we could learn about here. Another thing we could like talk about here is basically another ult combo, and that is basically just Nano Grav, like Nano Reinhardt and Graviton, and the second part is like Bomb Grav. However, this is kind of mediocre. I kind of don't like this combo anymore as much as I used to. Before the bomb had 400 damage, it was pretty good, and you could actually kill a lot of people from it. However, nowadays it's just and I'm just like, nah, it's best. Pulse bomb is just better off used in different ways. And so what you could be better off doing is maybe instead pocket the Reinhardt to completely swing on the grab. So say for instance you only want to use grab this fight without using any else of these ultimates, and only just use grab. What Blue Jay would do is that he would just grab, and then these supports and these damage, and Blue Jay would pocket the fuck out of this Reinhardt and try to damage whoever's in grab. Like that's how it would go. Like you would pocket the fuck out of your Reinhardt here, and just like allow him to keep swinging onto the grab and like damage combo, and then people just die in the grab. Unless they probably use some sort of sound barrier to counter grab, to like counter your Graviton, then maybe you could like combo it with an ultimate, because sound barrier is pretty good for countering Tire. So if you were to say for instance use grab to bait out the sound barrier and then use Tire, then the team won't have sound barrier to counter ult.
I mean, but most of the time, like once they grab, once they beat, like once I Tire, I just like wait it out, like, you know.
Yeah, you can wait it out too. Like I'm just showing you like other plays you can do. I'm trying to show you like different options you can think of. More teamworking options, because
You don't want to always do
operate
the same thing, because eventually...
you want to do something new, you want to do something more smarter, more effective, less stupid. You want to do things more like that. You want to play better every time you go into the match, you know?
Right, because you also got to remember, they're 4 maps, right? So, like, you could have the same situation and then you try and do the same exact thing, and they're waiting for it. They have it scouted. Or we could, play the same team. You never know, and they could remember that thing. So
exactly. So that's why you want to, now you also want to keep your decision-making kind of, changed up. You never want to do the same thing over and over again. You want to start you want to start slowly refining your process of thinking. You want to start slowly refining your execution and just become better. Because the more better you become, the more faster your executions are, the more you kill the enemy team. So that's just like talking about compositions right here. Looking at this composition right here, the only deadly thing I see from this composition is Nano Blade. So I want you guys to tell me, how would you guys counter Nano Blade?
I would just Tire the Genji.
Oh, that's so fucking... That's so
Like-
scary.
Track him.
Like literally, that's not even a joke. Like that's what I was thinking.
I'm not
the
even
entire-
saying that's a joke. I'm saying that's really good. So,
Yeah, I know.
say for instance, Nanobladed Genji comes into the fight, you decide to tire and just be like, oh, you think you can tire my fucking team? I mean, you think you can blink my team?
Hell yeah, dude.
Let
He'll
it
tire
rip,
him.
motherfucker! And then you just like fucking, come on, dash over here, I fucking double dare
He
you.
definitely did it several times.
Yeah, I try to. I
You gotta
don't
react
think
quicker.
that's
You gotta
killer.
react
No. Yeah,
gotta
no.
react
I mean,
quicker
it's
when you
good.
hear
I'm
the,
not.
You
I
gotta
like
react
it.
immediately. You gotta react immediately once you hear Japanese. You can't like try
Yeah.
to set up tire when you hear Japanese. You need to just press Q while you hear Japanese, or instead do a pre-setup to do tire. So I'll maybe talk about it later as we kind of go into this match.
Right.
So if we do,
That's why alt tracking also matters, because if we know it's coming.
yeah, you can. If you know it's coming, you can set up before the fight even happens, like in the pre-phase. So when phase 1 happens, where Nana and Genji try to Nano Blade combo, that's when Dash is already in position to immediately press Q before Genji can even dash. And then once Genji is at your guys' team is on like the supports, Dash will already have his tire just rolling out because he's already preset up his position and he already pressed Q right as the voice lines came out. Over here, you guys just play so fucking well, and just like Blue Jay fucking bubbles Milk, and then Milk is just like, and then Vixie's just like, wake the fuck up, and then Milk's like, huh, what? Oh yeah. And then you guys just basically win off of punishing these two guys, because Vixie actually charged out into the middle of nowhere, and you guys punished him so well there. It was a weird sleep, but it was honestly, in my opinion, it was a weird sleep by Stevosaurus, but it was so good that you guys managed to capitalize off of that. Good. Look at this. This is great. So good by you guys. Oh! Hey, look! Remember their Nano Blade combo? Now they decide to ruin their composition. As if their composition wasn't scuffed enough, because Genji doesn't synergize well with Death Ball sometimes, unless you have like an ult combo. They decide to say, fuck their ult combo. We're gonna go Pharah, but we're not even gonna go Ana. I mean, we're probably gonna, I don't know, are they gonna pick Mercy? Are they gonna switch to a pharmacy comp? Let's see. They switched to a pharmacy comp. These guys completely demolished their composition. So, something very important when you go into your next scrims and matches is whenever you come across this composition right here, this means they have no defensive ultimates. So whenever you come across this composition, this is where these people need to play aggressive. This person needs to play aggressive. This person needs to play super aggressive. This person might need to play super aggressive, because there is no defensive ultimate anymore. Now instead of having to force out defensive ultimates with your Graviton, now you can just basically grab anyone at any time, at any given time. Like, you just grab people just for the fuck of it, and they're gonna die. Because these people decide to give up a complete fucking defensive ultimate while they're on attack, they now have to somehow counter grab, but they don't even have anything to counter grab, and they're gonna die because they don't have any counter to grab. You could just easily, all you have to do to win this fight, if you had grab, is just grab the enemy team, and just pocket your Reinhardt, and just kill anyone in grab, and then focus the other people after. Pretty much it. Fucking super simple to win. Easy fight. Super easy. Oh. I thought the last composition was bad. No, this is even worse. Zenyatta Mercy. Now granted they have a defensive ultimate now, but they are not only one behind an ult charge, they are also behind in healing. Whenever you go against Mercy Zenyatta composition, especially if this composition has Pharah, basically what you're going to kind of see from the enemy team is that... Oh, let me just switch to a different color. Let's switch to a darker color. What you'll see from enemy teams is that... What you'll see from pharmacy teams is that the Pharah... is that these two will basically be pocketing each other. So instead you have this core that kind of just tries to help each other out. So these four play together, and these two play together. And whenever you're going to have heals like this is when you start basically playing onto the weakness. So Mercy's going to be busy trying to pocket Pharah, so she won't be able to really heal her team that much. And if she tries to heal her team a little bit often, they're still behind in healing because Mercy doesn't do that much healing. And what you guys could easily do as a composition here is completely pocket your Reinhardt or pocket your Junkrat or enable like just any sort of damage. And at this point, you guys could just focus the fuck out of this Reinhardt or focus the fuck out of this Zarya because these guys don't have enough heals and these guys will just completely crumble from the amount of damage you have here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look at all this damage. That's a lot of damage.
Look at all that damn. It's mostly about like trying to keep the Rhine safe and the Ana safe. If you can do those two things, like you
Yeah.
should be able to. You should be able to shit
If
on them.
anything, if you, the more you say this, who just joined? Hey, dude, what's up? I'm in the middle of a session, so you can join us. So right now,
He
check
just
this out.
joined us.
So we are right now. So right now at this point, this is a cool play that Usalis can make, and that is Usalis basically just pressuring the fuck out of the Pharah. Because the more Usalis pressures the Pharah, the more they can't get value out of that Pharah. And if you notice, pharmacy compositions are always based around trying to enable the fuck out of your Pharah to do damage constantly. However, if that Pharah cannot do damage for her team, then essentially it's just a complete fucking waste. So Usalis has a lot of potential here. Usalis and Blue Jay, actually. Usalis, Blue Jay, and Krev, all hit scan players, can easily, like, just keep bothering the fuck out of this Pharah. And Dash being Dash, well, specifically Dash, but not Junkrat, can just bother the fuck out of this Pharah, because Dash is Dash. He will kill a Pharah in midair if he wants to.
Hey, yeah, okay, he's not really joking. I mean, at least I go for it, you know?
Go for it, right?
Yeah, go for it.
Look at that. You see? The Pharah is just like,
So
what the
ridiculous.
Look at this. This Dash is just like, this Dash has like so much big balls against this Pharah that
Huge
this
balls.
Pharah is just completely dumbfounded that a Junkrat would ever match up to her.
Actually
She's like-
dumbfounded.
Like Pharah thinks she can look down on Junkrat, but then the fact is the one detail about this Pharah that she's missing is that this Junkrat is Dash and Dash is Dash. He goes for he's a complete fucking fragger, and he's gonna be like, I don't give a fuck if you're a Pharah or a pharmacy. I will still try to kill you, and I will still try to get away with it.
He's
That's what
totally
Dash is
correct.
Dash is cashed.
Cash money.
Cash into Dash, or Dash into Cash. So check this out. So this is actually really good by you guys. Because you decide to rotate and focus the tanks over here. And this is so important that you actually kill this main tank right here, because you guys can play so fucking aggressive against this Reinhardt here and completely punish him for running this composition. You can punish this Reinhardt for running this composition. Like, this is so bad. This Reinhardt deserves to die. And maybe this one too. But mainly him. So, yeah, pretty much that Reinhardt just gets fucking destroyed. Pharah gets a pick onto Newt because Newt is Newt. Newt's gotta improve his
Just a
execute.
prayer like that.
Newt's gotta improve his execute. The more cleaner Newt gets with his wall rides and staying alive, the more he'll die less. Because I looked at the VODs that the reason why Newt dies is that he's not really... most of his executions are jagged, slow, or messy. Look at that. That's so easy. It's unfortunate Blue Jay kind of died, though. I feel like Blue Jay should have tried to have stayed alive, just so that way he could have conserved the charge that he got throughout the fight. And so that way, and another thing is that, so when the enemy kind of go up over here, instead of him having to walk all the way to spawn to here, he would already be over here, and he would be able to right-click and get his grab faster. So yeah, unfortunate. This trap is actually weird here, Dash. If you maybe placed it around over here... Oh, fuck. I forgot to pause the video. Shit. No! Go back!
Goal.
I mean, but he's gonna know when it's destroyed, though. It's kind of like a mine, like a.
Yeah, I
know it's like a Widow Mine, but you could instead of having it just be like a Widow Mine, you can have it be like an actual trap and have it be actually hidden like here or here. Because
Yeah,
over
because
here,
if it's
there's,
on an
there's a small part
incline, if it's on an
exposed.
incline, it's really visible.
Yeah, it's much more invisible. It's much more visible. Exactly. And so right now you guys are pretty much in phase 1. Right now you guys have so much advantage right now. because you guys can completely pressure the enemy Reinhardt here. Like Newt and Krev and Dash. Oh, Dash gave up the high ground here. Why did Dash give up the high ground? He could have played over here. Oh wait, and Usalis is like right over here. If you knew that Usalis was playing right over here, you could have easily just kept this high ground over here and then just pressured from this angle, and you could have completely like forced this Reinhardt to like face his shield to you. And if the Reinhardt faces his shield to you, then he exposes himself from enemies this way.
Right.
And you could even you could even use a mine to rotate too, to maybe play like over here, and like completely fucking flank this Reinhardt. So now he would have to like fucking shield you. You would like force the Reinhardt so much awkward shield angles, and if the Reinhardt doesn't focus his shield on you and decides to play like crap, he just dies, and you guys win.
Yeah, that was actually really bad.
So over here, Milk decides to go for a shatter. He gets a shatter onto two people.
Oh, I remember why I was on high ground. I think it's because Pharah was pressuring me a lot.
Yeah, but your friend Usalis could have still like kept you alive. Plus
true.
Plus you could have easily dodged the fire rockets with your peripherals. Like if you use your peripheral vision, you would have easily saw where the fire rockets were going to hit by you and just immediately moved out of the way. Yeah. So over here, Milk gets a nice good shatter over here. He gets a shatter onto two people. However, I see barely any follow-up. This was actually bad by you guys. I this was bad by you guys. Like, how did you guys communicate this when Milk shattered in this fight?
I don't think Milk called out my shattering, and we didn't. Like, I was trying to kill the Ashe and then the Ashe Bob, and that was a problem.
Damn.
Fucking Bob, dude.
Yeah, it's because, whatchamacallit, yeah, Milk kind of fucked up on his shatter here. He shattered at a bad time because nobody would have been focusing at Bob. However, you guys are the Pups Academy, and this is Embers, and they suck ass at the game more than you guys do, and you guys still win.
Right. Yeah, I'm also just in versus bots right now because I can. Just want to practice my aim.
Yeah. It's always good to practice your aim.
Oh. Yeah, especially as Junkrat, I need to get those directs.
So, yeah.